Okay, so I think you might have seen this kind of slide earlier as well if you have attended demo, but not an issue. I would start from basic about the CCNA course and basic from network as well. So let's discuss about the course first. So CCNA courses, this course is basically covering your networking part, and especially in the networking, it is covering, you know, routing and switching part. So if we talk about routing and switching, so this is the fundamental of the network, we can say, okay, which allow to enable the communication between different segment. Okay, so either we connect a router or we connect a switch for those kind of communication. Okay, so we will learn here how to configure router and how to configure switches. Okay, and what are the concept in those. If you talk about the exam, so exam is 200 test 301. So this is the exam code, and this is the exam of the CCNA routing and switching. The exam duration is 120 minutes, okay, and cost is $300. Okay, this would vary, depend on the offer. Okay, so yeah, this is the cost. Number of question you would receive around 100 to 120, and the passing score is 85%. Okay, so 800 to 850 out of 1000, you have to gain those numbers. Okay, now if we talk about Cisco certification, so they have the different certification path. Okay, so they have the entry level certification, okay, which is basic one. We can say that entry level certification is a CCT, Cisco Certified Technicians. Okay, so this is the CCNA course is offered by the Cisco. Okay, so this is the second level of certification. Here you can see the CCNA, or just Cisco Certified Network Associate. Post this, you can go for the next step, that's CCNP, Cisco Certified Network Professional, and then final, this is CCIE. This is CCIE, which is Cisco Certified Internetwork Expert. So this is expert level certifications. Okay, so these are the certification program, right? But yeah, CCNA is most important because this is associate level and this is covering a lot of things. Okay, so you can directly pursue for the CCNA, you don't need to go for entry level, but if you just want to gain professional, so you must have this certification. Okay, so I have done CCNA. Okay, it's a very old, around 2016 I completed the CCNA. At that time this was really easy because earlier there was no automation, but nowadays if we talk about the syllabus, so syllabus is a bit different. Let me show you. So this is the overall course content, or we can say the domain of the CCNA. Okay, so in my time there was no automation when I done this CCNA. Okay, so there was no automation on the exam. Okay, but nowadays automation is also there. So right now there are 6 domain in CCNA. One is the network fundamental, other is the network access, then IP connectivity, IP services, security, and automation and programmability. Okay, so we will cover all these things. Okay, since I'm working professional, so I do automation as well. Security fundamental, this is one of the my favorite topic. So we will covering all these things. Okay, so you have to plan your certification, then you have to think about these domain. So you have to focus on the domain. Mostly you would see that for 25% of the question is coming from the IP connectivity, 20% question is coming from network fundamental and network access. So this is the domain we are going to cover. Okay, now I would recommend the book as well. Okay, when you are want to learn deep, okay, about the network or about the CCNA, so you can also refer the book. Okay, let me just find out what is the books is suitable for you. So there is a book from Cisco itself. Okay, and this is the book, the latest one, that CCNA 2000, 200-301. So the book is, let me just open it. So you can go for this particular book. This is official certificate guide. Okay, and you can use it for learning of CCNA. Okay, this is direct from Cisco. Okay, Cisco Press. So you can find out this book, and this is really great to follow the book because this is covering all the topics. Okay, so it's around 1812 pages, but it's very good. The things are explained chapter by chapter. Okay, and this would be really helpful for you if you just want to crack this certification exam. Also, we do help on this examination. We also teach in the such way so that you can crack the exam. Okay, so this is the book. It can be downloaded from the internet. You can just search and you can download from the internet. Okay, important thing to understand to you these symbols so that you can understand any design. For example, you can see this is the design. Okay, this is the design, and here you can see in this design there are different components. So if once you understand all these symbols, okay, so you would be able to understand design as well, and this would help you to understand the flow of the network as well. Okay, so these are some basic things. Now let's talk about your course. Okay, what we are going to cover here. Okay, in Cisco world there are different types of track as well. Okay, so CCNA routing and switching is one of the track. Okay, but if someone want to go in another track as well, so he or she can go. For example, we have wireless, we have security. These are the another track: cloud, cyber ops, collaboration, data center. So these are the another track that student do pursue all these things. So you might have heard that someone is CCI, so double CCI, triple CCI, or penta CCI. So that means they are CCI apart from routing switching on another track as well. So if you just want to make your career in Cisco world, so yes, there are a lot of opportunity, and Cisco is a leader in routing and switching. Okay, Cisco router and switches you would see in all data center. Okay, please do let me know if you have question before moving to next one. Okay, so now let's discuss about networking a bit. This is a network. You can see this is the network diagram, and here you can say the system are connected. Okay, so what we say that what is the network? When computer connects to each other or system connects to each other in order to share information or resources. Okay, so that thing is known as a network. Right, so you can see this is one of the network, and in this network you have a different component, and those component has grouped based on their placement. For example, you can say these are the router which is connected to WAN link or cloud, so it's a WAN edge place. Okay, then we have this network which is our internal user are connected, so this is endpoint or end user access place. Then we have a core, everything is connecting to this core, and that's why it is known as a core network. Okay, then we have a data center. So this is kind of your network connectivity. So when we say what is network, so this is nothing but this is the interconnection of two or more devices, okay, which is called as a network services. So let me just show you what is network, and let me just write here. So I'm just talking about network definition. What is network? So network is nothing but this is interconnection of two or more devices. This is a network. So when you connect it to computer or computer, you connect to another networking devices. For example, you connect a computer to switches, to routers, or you can connect to your printer. So when two devices would connect to each other, okay, so that would create a network. Now, what happened when those devices would connect to each other? They would allow communication between them, okay. So the communication, we can also say the communication between two or more devices interconnected devices is called network. Okay, so I would be taking the example over here. Let's say you have a two computer on same place or different place. When you connect them using any cable or wirelessly, so let's say these are two computer and you have connected to them. Why you have connected? So that they can share the information. For example, they can initiate the chat, okay, or if there is any printer is connected over here from this system, so they can access the printer, or if there is any data is stored on this, so they can access the data. Okay, so this kind of things is known as a network. Why we connect with them? So that um, they can communicate to each other, okay, and they can access the resources. So when I say resources, that means this is a printer. So as I taken the example of this is a network, and basically what happened in network, you used to share the network, I mean resources, and there are some benefits also you get, okay. So what are the benefits when you are connecting devices to each other? So what's the benefit you get when you connect devices over the network? Okay, first of all, those devices are communicating to each other. So if you let you here, just a moment. Yeah. So what are the benefit you when you connect devices over the network? What are the advantages? Can you think of? So advantages, if you talk about the advantages, we are saving something. For example, we are saving some time saving. That is one of the benefit. How you are saving the time? let's say two devices are connected to each other, okay, and you just want to send one file to another. If you are physically moving the file from one location to another location, copy the file on pen drive, and then you send that pen drive to another person so that he can read the data. So that is time taking procedure. So what you would do basically, when you connect a computer over the network, you can send the file through wire. That means you can send the file through the network. So this is one of the things you are saving the time. And if you are saving the time, so time is equal to what? Money. So you are saving the cost as well. Cost saving. Okay. So when I say cost saving, so let's say you have single printer. For example, you have single printer in your network, and everyone just want to use that. Okay, and you so if your device is connected over the network, yes, they can all use single printer. You don't need to put those printer uh, in each computer. So you can share the resources. Okay, you can share the hardware, or you can share the software as well. Okay, so this is the benefit of the networking. There are another benefit you can think of, but these two things are very important. You are saving the time, you are saving the cost, okay, and you are saving the resources as well. So these are the two important part. All right, so yeah, I hope you understand what is networks and why we need to understand this, because when we are connecting devices, okay, for data or information sharing, so that thing is known as a network. Okay, and this would will allow communication between interconnected devices. Advantage: we are saving the time, saving the cost, saving the resources, or by sharing them. So these are the advantages. Now, what could be type of the network? What could be the advantages of network? I mean, sorry, why network is required, or what could be the network type? So let's discuss about them. Let me just clear this. Now I would talk about type of network. There are different types of network as well. Okay, so let's discuss them. Type of network. You can say types of network. So there could be different types of network. One is LAN. You might have heard about this. This is nothing but this is local area network. Other is metropolitan area network, that is MAN. This is nothing but this is metropolitan area network. Next type of network is WAN. This is nothing but this is wide area network. WAN. And there could be another one. It could be CAN, that is campus area network. And what else? If you guys know, you can let me know. PAN, that's a personal area network.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if you're typing something, so it's not visible in your screen.
It's not visible.
No, sir.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, now it is.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, let me just write again. So we have overall 6 type of network. Okay. LAN, MAN, CAN. This is personal area network. Let me just write here. Area network. And then finally we have SAN. This is a storage area network. So we have these kind of network. Okay. So let's talk about them one by one. What is LAN? Okay. So when you connect a uh, computer of the building or one rooms, so that would be kind of LAN network. So these network is defined, types is defined based on their geographical presence, that how long network is spread in a particular geographical area. So based on that, we can say that this kind of network. So LAN, when we talk about LAN, so local area network are used to connect interconnection of the PC and other networking device that are very close together in a limited area, such as a floor of building or a building itself or within the campus. So that would be known as a local area network or LAN. So let's say you have a room, training room, and those training room computer, if you connect to each other, this is nothing but this is training room, and those training room computer you connect to each other. Okay, so this kind of network would be known as a local area network, LAN. Same way, if you have one building over here, and it doesn't matter first floor, second floor, and third floor, so all floors computer, if you connect to each other, so those kind of network would be local area network. Okay, all these computer you connect to each other, so this would be known as a local area network. Okay, so this is a LAN. Let's say you have a two building that's a nearby. One building is here. This is building number 1, and then you have a building number 2, and they are very close to each other, and you connect their computer, one building computer to another building computer. So that would be known as a LAN. Okay, it doesn't matter how you are connecting through cable, or you are connecting without cable or wireless. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, if you are connecting using Wi-Fi or you are connecting via cable, it doesn't matter. But if they are nearby, okay, so that is known as a LAN. Okay, so that's the local area network. Now let's talk about another network, which is metropolitan area network. Metropolitan area network. So this is another kind of network. Okay, so you can take example of city, or you can see that the range which is beyond the land, so that would come under the WAN. So let's say you have two city, one city in India, let's say you have Delhi, and the other city you have another city you have, let's say you have Pune, those two location in India, those two cities. When you are connecting a computer which is present here, on two different cities, okay. So this kind of network would be known as a metropolitan. Two different cities, computer you are connecting. So this would be known as a metropolitan. Or you can say that you have within Delhi itself, if you have some computer is in one location, let's say some computer within Delhi itself. Within Delhi itself, one computer you have in one area and another computer in another area. For example, this computer is in Dwarka, and this computer, let's say in Karol Bagh. Two different computer you have in different location. So when you are connecting them, that would also known as a metropolitan area network. So that's example of metropolitan. So this could be more than LAN range, okay, more than a campus range, okay. So that would be known as a metropolitan area network. Now let's talk about wide area network, which is WAN. So let's discuss about that. What is WAN or wide area network? Okay, so wide area network. When
اصبر
you
اصبر يا
are
دكتور خلنا ابو مشعل يعلم لنا شوي.
Muhammad, are you asking something? Okay, not an issue. So that's wide area network. Let's talk about wide area network. Wide area network means when you are connecting your computer beyond your country geographical area. So you can take example of internet. So you have one computer in US. This is the server is in US location. Okay, and you are accessing this server from India. Okay. Okay, so for that you would have required some kind of network. So you are accessing through internet. Okay, so this is again, this is wide area network. So when computer are connected, when two different country computer are connected together, so that network would be known as a wide area network or WAN. So this is wide area network. So you can take the example of wide area network is internet, because in internet you can access India server, or you can say access any other country server. So for example, if you talk about google.com, so let's say google.com server is present in US and you are accessing that server from India. So that's a wide area network. Okay, now we have another type of network as well, which is CAN, campus area network. So when you are connecting a computer of any campus, okay. So for example, okay, let's talk about campus area network, CAN. So CAN stands for campus area network. So you can take example of any university campus, any company campus. So let's take example of any university or any campus. So you can take example of SCL campus itself. SCL is a company in India, which is one of the biggest company. Okay. So in SCL campus, let's say that's a big campus, and on that big campus, all the computers are connected together. So that would create, your campus area network. Or you can take example of university campus. So in any university, there would be different department. Okay. So there is an university, let's say SMU is one of the university, SMU University. So in this university, you have a different department. You have one department is, your computer science department. Another department is IT department. Another department is, let's say, EC department. So you have different department, computer science, IT, and EC department, and there are computer in each department. When you connect all these computer of the campus together, so that would create a CAN network. This is a CAN network. So a computer within the campus connected together would create a CAN network. So this is advanced form of LAN itself. Okay, the CAN. Further, we have personal area network, that is PAN. So let's talk about PAN. So when you are connecting your personal devices through computer via networks, that would create a PAN. Okay, that's a personal area network. So for example, you have a computer over here. Okay, this is your computer, and you have personal device. Let's say you have a phone. Okay, so you just want to connect computer and phone together via Bluetooth or something technology. So when you are connect, this is what, this is a personal device. Phone is known as a personal device. So when you are connecting your personal device through computer, that kind of network would create a personal area network. And that's why when you are enabling a Bluetooth for sharing the connection between your phone and computer, so it would ask you to create a PAN network, personal area network. Same way, let's talk about SAN, that is storage area network. So let's talk about that.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if we use an airdrop sort of thing, which is available in our mobiles, does it comes under personal area network?
Yes. I mean, if your personal device are sharing any data with computers, that would come under the personal area.
Matlab, it does not require two mobile phones.
Two mobile phones means
Matlab, if you're sharing data through two mobile phones, does it comes under personal area network?
no, this doesn't. We are talking about computer network over here, so that would not come under personal area network.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, when you are connecting your computer and personal device together, that would come under personal area network.